Yo, what is up, YouTube? Back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about the AFC South, my predictions on the seedings in that division. Who's going to come in last? Who's going to come in first? So, if you don't know, this division consists of the Colts, the Jaguars, the Texans, and the Titans. The Titans have been rolling this division for the last two straight. The Colts have been rolling. The Texans, they dropped tremendously last season because of, they traded away their best players for some reason. No idea why. And the Jaguars, they're just always bad. So I'm going to be ranking these teams and what I think they're going to come in their division. So before I do this, comment down your predictions below, 1 through 4. So fourth place in this division. This is actually going to be pretty difficult to figure out. Because I'm not going to say the Jaguars are going to be good with Trevor Lawrence this season. In the future, they're definitely going to take a big step up, but from last season, because that was just horrible. They're definitely going to have a better record. But, are they going to have a better record than the Texans? Is Deshaun Watson going to play? So, realistically, the battle between fourth and third place is going to be between the Jaguars and the Texans. So let's talk about these two teams. The Jaguars, they take a huge step. They draft Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall. Also have another first-round pick. They draft running back Travis Etienne. Honestly, very questionable draft pick. James Robinson was having a really good rookie season. Almost makes no sense. But I understand that Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne were college teammates for multiple seasons. So I understand the pick. They also got a new head coach, former Ohio State's head coach, Urban Meyer. I watch a lot of Ohio State, because I'm a Penn State fan. I watch all the Big Ten games. When Urban Meyer was there, the Ohio State was obviously good, but they got even better when he left. Maybe because of Justin Fields, but it is what it is. So definitely a step up in the coaching staff. They got Tim Tebow as tight end. What a monster team. So this team still has a lot of holes in it, but the Texans, do they have holes in it? Of course they do. They traded away DeAndre Hopkins last year. I don't know why. No one knows why. J.J. Watt, of course, was upset, and he left the team. This team just got worse and worse and worse over the last 2 seasons. They were a really good team 2 years ago, and now they're almost the worst team in the league. And the final question is Deshaun Watson going to start a game? As you may know, off-field allegations that are just messing him up right now. If any of this continues throughout the season, I doubt they're going to be able to start him, which is why I'm going to put the Texans in last place in the AFC South. What a switch. They were proud first place team for a decent amount of time. And now they're going to be dropping all the way to the bottom, which means I think, the Jaguars are going to get third place. They're going to have a better record than the Texans. It's just hard to think about, but I think it's going to happen. I'm excited to see the Jaguars throughout the next couple of seasons. Rookie season always going to be difficult for a team that went 1-15 the season before, especially for Trevor Lawrence, but if there's any QB that can win more games than the Texans, it's going to be Trevor Lawrence. No cap. If Deshaun Watson does not play a game, the Texans are actually going to be the worst team in the league. Maybe even worse than the Lions. That's how bad they're going to be. Deshaun Watson's the only thing that's good on that team, and if he's out, it's over. If he's in, though, for the whole season, which I doubt, they'll probably have a third place team once again, but we'll see. So this is where it gets very interesting, because we have the Colts and the Titans remaining. You could put either of these teams at first or second, because both of these teams are really good. I believe they had the same record last season at 11-5. The Titans they've been a really good team for the last couple of years. Ever since they picked up Ryan Tannehill, the Titans have been a really good team, a playoff team, able to win playoff games. Derrick Henry is a huge piece of that. He is the best running back in the NFL. And A.J. Brown also helps with, the offense. But the one thing about the Tennessee Titans is their defense was so suspect last season that's their only reason why they lost games. I don't think their defense improved that much during the offseason. Actually, you could make a case that it got even worse after Jadeveon Clowney left. But this team's defense is so bad. They also lost Corey Davis, their wide receiver. That could prove fatal in games where they need offense to win. And then we have the Colts. Their defense pretty solid. Not the best in the league, but it's pretty solid. They had a lot of turnovers last year. It was one of the best in that category. And, it won them a couple games. Their offense, it was around Philip Rivers. That's the difference between this year and last year. Philip Rivers is gone. He's retired. And Carson Wentz is the new QB. The only reason why Carson Wentz had a downfall in Philadelphia is because the Eagles' offensive line purposely was horrible because they wanted Carson Wentz gone. I don't know why, but it's true. If you even watch Carson Wentz play, if you watch any of the games he played in, this dude actually is insane. He's like a magician. Even though he had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, even though he got sacked the most in the NFL in like 2019 or 2020, something like that, the dude still had magical plays. He's insane. There's a reason why this dude was an MVP candidate in 2017. And the Eagles he screwed him over with a horrible offensive line. But now he goes to the Colts with an amazing offensive line, debatably the best in the NFL. I expect Carson Wentz to thrive. I honestly expect him to have an MVP season like 2017, which is why I think the Colts are actually going to win the AFC South. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a Super Bowl run. Colts are a pretty solid team. Even with Philip Rivers, they had a really good team. Almost beat the Bills in the playoffs. Very close, but not close enough. And Carson Wentz, I just think the dude's insane. The Colts have a great rushing team, and they have decent wide receivers. Not the best, but decent. And I honestly think they're better than the Tennessee Titans, who just had a downfall last year. They had a good record, but they started 5-0 and then had a downfall, finished 11-5. So these two teams are definitely going to battle for first place. But I have the Colts at first, Titans at second, Jaguars at third, and the Texans in last place. Comment down your predictions, like I said. I think this is a pretty solid analysis. Thanks for watching. Adios.